welcome to Advanced Engineering Physics Lasers Part 3. This is Dr. S. Deepthi, Assistant Professor in Physics, Department of H&S, MLR Institute of Technology. So here what we are going to learn about? We are going to learn about metastable state, population inversion, pumping and lasing action, principle of lasing action. So how we are going to get laser light? What is the process of getting laser light? What happens behind this one? Okay, so let us consider these things. Now, what is metastable state? In laser physics, atomic transitions, a metastable state is an excited energy level that has unusually long lifetime or compared to the typical excited states. While most excited atoms remain in the higher energy level for a period of about 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds to 10 to the power of minus 9 seconds before dropping back down, atom in the metastable state can remain for 10 to the power of minus 3 seconds or even for several seconds. Okay, what is the importance of metastable state? The excited instance of these states is the physical secret sauce that allows the laser to function. Without them, achieving population inversion where more atoms in the excited state than the ground state would be nearly impossible. So, the metastable state is the state where the atom stays for a time period of 10 to the power of minus 3 seconds. The general lifetime of an atom in the excited state is 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds, whereas the lifetime of atoms in the metastable state is 10 to the power of minus 3 seconds. So, with this increment in the lifetime, we are going to have the number of atoms in the excited state is more than the number of atoms in the ground state. Thereby, we can get more number of transitions, more number of photons will be coming out so that we can have the laser light. So, principle of lasing action. What is principle of lasing action? Principle of lasing action is based on stimulated emission. The first and foremost thing is stimulated emission. We know that in stimulated emission, the emitted photons travel in the same direction as the incident photons. The major thing is the emitted photons should travel in the same direction of incident photons. When these two photons on the other atoms in the higher energy state, two stimulated emission occurs so that 4 photons are emitted as shown in the figure. So, 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8 and 8 becomes 12, 12 becomes 16 and so on. This is what is called as avalanche multiplication. This is what is called as avalanche multiplication. So, when we provide some photon of energy to the atom which is in the excited state, it will give 2 photons. If the 2 photons are provided for the 2 atoms in the excited state, what happens here? 4 will be produced. If the 4 photons will we will give to the another 4 atoms in the excited state, when we are going to get the 4 to 2 becomes 4, 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 6, 8 becomes 12, 12 becomes 16 and so on. Okay, so like that number of photons will be coming out will be increasing. This phenomenon is known as lasing action. Thus, monochromatic, high intense, high coherent laser beam of same frequency as that of incident beam is obtained. This is called as laser beam. 4 becomes 8, 8 becomes 16. Okay, not 12, 8 to 16. 16 becomes 2 times. Okay, like that. So, number of atoms will be more. Now, population inversion. So, this is the population inversion means the number of atoms that exist in the ground state or excited state, which is called as population. So, the first population is number of atoms in the excited state or ground state. Now, we need to inverse the population in the excited state compared to the ground state. That means the number of atoms to be more in the excited state than in the ground state. So, the energy of atom is a result of energy levels of individual electrons of that atom. The ground state of atom has maximum energy and the state that has more energy is known as excited state. If the number of atoms is more than higher energy level than the number of atoms in the lower energy level, then it is known as population inversion. Okay, the condition for population inversion is N2 is greater than N1. Now, consider 3 energy levels. E1, E2, E3. We need to consider 3 levels and E1, E2, E3 respectively, where N1, N2, N3 are the number of atoms in the respective energy levels. In the normal condition, E1 is less than E2 is less than E3 and N1 is greater than N2 is greater than N3. So, the ground state, in the ground state there will be available atoms will be more in the ground state. Now, the higher exit state is E3 and its lifetime is very less. E2 is the intermediate state where the lifetime of atoms lies in between E1 and E3. At thermal equilibrium, since N2 is less than N1, the absorption predominates over the stimulated emission. Okay, and at thermal equilibrium. Instead, if we can create a situation such that N2 is greater than N1, the stimulation and emission predominate over the absorption and light amplification occurs. So, our basic definition of laser is light amplification. Where does the light amplification occurs? Whenever the stimulated emission will be predominate over the absorption. If the stimulated emission dominates the absorption, then we are going to get the amplification. Therefore, in order to achieve the light amplification, N2, the population of excited state should be made larger than the N1, the population of lower state. This condition is N2 minus N1 is called as population inversion. This is about a 3-level laser system. Okay, so what happens here? Ground state, here the metastable state as we have said, which is of order of 10 to the power of minus 3 seconds, the lifetime of atom in the metastable state, and excited state 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds. Okay, now, so, but there are two disadvantages of lasers, 2-level laser system. Now, we are going to have the 3-level laser system. So, this is the diagram for 3-level laser system where it has ground state, excited state and metastable state. So, the atoms which are going to absorb, we are going to excite to the higher energy state, stay in the higher energy state for a few 10 to the power of minus 8 seconds and then de-excite spontaneously. Then here it will stay. Another atom, another. Until it reaches that, until a condition reaches where the number of atoms in the metastable state will be greater than the number of atoms in the ground state. Then it is said that population inversion is achieved. There are so many methods to produce the population inversion. One of the method is optical pumping method. Okay, optical pumping method. Electric discharge method. Chemical method. Next, inelastic atom collision. So, these are the 4 methods that we can see in the methods of producing laser, how the laser light will be produced. So, in order to produce the laser light, one of the important thing is principle of lasing action, where we are going to produce, where we are going to stimulate the atom. So, through some amount of external energy. The amount of external energy will be provided through all these processes. Okay, these processes will provide the amount of external energy. Now, optical pumping means what? When we provide some amount of light energy in order to pump the atoms in the ground state to the excited state and in order to get the stimulated energy from the atoms which are in the excited state, we are going to provide some amount of light energy itself. Okay, that we will see in the Ruby laser. Next, electrical discharge method. In this electrical discharge method, just the electrical method will be there. So that by using electrical energy, we are going to stimulate the atoms and encourage them to move from ground state to the excited state. and we are going to produce the stimulated emission of radiation. Now chemical method means in this method dyes are used in this method, and due to the chemical reaction we are going to produce the laser beam. And inelastic atomic collision means when two atoms from the different molecules, when they are going to provide their energy from to the atoms to the other atoms, and they thereby the transfer of energy took place, and this makes the energy received atom will be de-excited to produce the laser light. Okay, this is inelastic atomic collision. So these are the methods of producing laser. So in this video lecture you have learnt about metastable state, population inversion, pumping and principle of lasing action. In the next video lecture you are going to learn about Ruby laser, CO2 laser and semiconductor laser. Thank you.